guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am in Mysore Sanctuary. This is a historical site. The route was amazing from Hoi An. It's about an hour. Here's my camera which I'm going to use today, and the tickets price is 150 VND for one person. We paid in Australian dollars, got ripped off, so make sure you don't do that. We hired a motorbike today and we drove for an hour. The route is nice, safe, sound, secure. Although people here drive on the right side, so you need to make sure of that if you're hiring a scooter. We paid 100,000 dong for a day for the scooter, and the scooter parking here is about 5,000 dongs per hour, so good deal on that as well. I think it's better to come on your own, otherwise you'll be really restricted with the tour and it's really rushed, so it's better to explore this place yourself.
As soon as you enter the gates of Mysore Sanctuary, on your right you would find a huge exhibition hall that has all the archaeological findings, historical artifacts and everything related to the history of the place displayed across the walls. We also went in and found the place really interesting because it tells you all about the historical significance of Mysore spread out throughout the 4th and 13th century and till date as well, and how it has grown and it was built and everything that you need to know before you visit Mysore Sanctuary.
This is a free shuttle service to the main site,
And this is me.
and she has already taken her spot.
Smart.
So there are a few places in here to have food and drinks as well. We just ordered some coffee, and it's not that expensive. I think 20,000 dong for a cup of coffee. Quite good. And we are going to have to like India.
I like India film.
Have you seen Indian film?
3 Idiots.
Oh,
I
yes.
very like.
That is the entrance, but I don't know why people are going from that side. Weird.
When you enter the Mysore Sanctuary, you see these partially ruined and abandoned complex structures that are really attractive to tourists, and when we inquired about them, we got to know that they were built during the 4th and 14th century and underwent a lot of weathering and destruction after all of that time, but Vietnam's archaeological body and India's archaeological body have worked together to keep this place intact. India's archaeological body is involved because these structures were built by Champa dynasty kings who were rulers of India and ruled central Vietnam during that time. Also, strangely enough, these red bricks are the original bricks that were used during the original construction, and the bricks that have become darker or brown, they are the new ones that have been added to maintain the structure.
So this is the end of our trip to Mysore. It's beautiful. Try and come on a less sunny or a cloudy day because this heat is too much to handle. It's either take a guide who will tell you everything about the place, or do your research because you won't understand a thing if you come here without any knowledge. These are really beautiful ruins and dated to 4th century, so a must visit. Please do visit this place if you are visiting Hoi An.
Our second stop in Da Nang was the Marble Mountain, or specifically the Water Mountain. Once you're here, make sure that you have plenty of water and you have eaten well, because there's a long and steep flight of stairs that you need to climb to get to the entrance of the Marble Mountain. The Marble Mountains is a cluster of 5 mountains which are named after the 5 elements of fire, earth, water, wood and metal. They are made up of limestone and marble and spread out across Da Nang city, and you need to have plenty of time to explore all the mountains. As we were short on time, we could only have a look at the water mountain, and that was spectacularly beautiful. There is a mythological folklore behind the structure and origin of the 5 mountains, and although I don't believe it, but you can read them and have some fun and still have some imagination in your mind when you visit them. Marble sculptures like these and those of Lord Buddha are carved out of the mountain and situated inside the caves of the water mountain. They are really beautiful to look at, and I think spending a little bit of money to visit these places is worth it.
Came from these stairs. They're so steep, but someone just told us we're halfway and the view is worth it. I can see a bit of how it looks. I don't know if it's visible or not, but it looks beautiful. I'm happy to go further up. It's so nice.
And lastly, the view from the top of the water mountain is spectacular. It's the best. It gives you the bird's eye view of Da Nang city, and it is so beautiful. It reminded me of Gold Coast when I was visiting the Skytech Tower, and I could see the whole city spread out on either sides of me. And this was the same case in Da Nang water mountain as well. Thank you for watching, and do follow me on my social media for all the live updates of my travels.